It's 2025, and there's only one thing keeping cinema alive: gaming. Gaming movies, gaming TV shows. Oh yes, please. What I don't see a lot of, though, is movies trying to actually replicate the gameplay of video games. It's usually just the story. And that's where the first-person POV comes in. A type of move usually reserved for GoPro-mounted Red Bull BMX excursions. You also see them a good deal in horror films. I don't count the short-form content version of POV because it's usually not the correct use of the word point of view. The point is, movies rarely use the actual video game version of the point of view shot, which is the filming through the eyes of the character, minimal cuts, we're traversing from place to place. Bonus points if you can see the thing they're holding in their hand. The best example I can think of off rip is something like Doom, the early 2000s one, where they have a whole POV sequence, but I'm sure there's been a lot of movies over the years where that's the case. Despite the countless years of video games trying to be movies and now movies trying to be video games, we rarely see the POV shot make the cross in cinematic mediums. So today I wanted to try and recreate that POV shot in a couple different techniques to see which way is the easiest and looks the best. And let's see how those went.
All right, so the goal is going to be to kill Frumple with this sword. And I'm gonna try a couple different POV angle techniques to see which one looks the best. To start off, I'm going to put the camera in front of my eyes and use the camera as my eyes. Okay, so I think that turned out okay. While it was much harder for me to move, I think it made it look a little bit more authentic. Unfortunately, it's really hard to actually see. So I look like... I look awesome, I think. But the next one I'm gonna be trying to doing is putting the camera directly on my chest, like pressing it against it. Essentially, I'm going from barely being able to see to only seeing the monitor to not being able to see the monitor at all. So I have the best line of sight and range of motion. And I'm gonna kill this guy again. That one turned out better than I expected, to be completely honest. It really, the footage, despite it being on my chest, the footage pretty much looked exactly like what I was seeing. And this time I had a way better visual of my surroundings and depth perception and all of that. Sometimes it does look like my sword is like up here, depending on where the camera is in relation to my arm. But overall, while I couldn't actually monitor what the camera was recording, it pretty much caught exactly what my actual eyes were seeing. So in a way, I did have a pretty good idea of what was being captured and recorded. And I think with a proper chest mount that wasn't taking up a hand, I would definitely go with that one as the better of the two I've gotten so far. But now for the third shot, what I'm gonna be doing is picking up the whole tripod and filming like this.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I thought, I'm gonna be so honest, I thought that was gonna be the best one, the best looking one. I can control the camera and my vision the best. I can see the monitor while being able to move. That was by far the most tedious. I probably didn't need to hold the entire tripod, and it really just weighed me down and made it a lot harder to move properly. I think the video turned out worse overall. There was nothing I got with that setup that I didn't get better with the chest setup. Also, because of how I had to hold the camera to the side, I created this weird canted angle that I wasn't really a big fan of. The winner is actually the chest mounted. I would go with the chest mounted, not worrying about what's in frame and just trusting the camera to capture whatever you're looking at. Sorry, Frumple.
I was definitely not expecting the results of this. Let me know what you think is the best looking shot. I would love to hear your opinions. Thank you for watching these videos. I really appreciate it. I have more on the way. I've been working on one that is making me go insane. So stay tuned for that one coming up. I have a Patreon. You should go check out my Patreon. Thank you to Hannah McNamara and Morgan Park, my two lovely patrons. If you subscribe to my $3 tier, I will read your name out. And if you subscribe to my $10 tier, I will watch and write a review to any movie of your choosing. Or you could just watch the videos and not do anything. That's also cool. Either way, regardless, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching these videos. And if you stick around this channel, I will see you later.
That was the worst one yet.